The biggest cheat code when it comes to having more energy during the day and maybe even reducing your sleep or getting more from your sleep. The cheat code to your health, maintaining your youth as you get older, as we all age. The cheat code to speeding up your manifestations, period, and maintaining a high vibration. The cheat code to healing when it comes to emotional healing, having an emotional balance, being stable with your emotions, emotional health, mental health, and subconscious deprogramming. And the biggest cheat code to your spiritual awakening. Yes, that's a big promise, but this fulfills all of it, so make sure you stick around. So we're back, and it's been a minute, it's been a while, and I'll probably have an update vlog talking a bit more about that. But in this video we're discussing prana and increasing your life force energy. Now there's many names to it. We've got life force energy, prana, chi, ki, various traditions, various energy, or various names for this energy. And what it is, for those that don't know, it is just literally the primordial energy that sustains creation, period. So you think of your lamp, it's electricity that powers that lamp, that makes it shine, that makes it turn on. Likewise, prana is like the energy that runs and sustains everything in creation. And it's quite abstract in the explanation, because literally there are many different manifestations and different ways this energy works, and it has an intelligence of itself, and that goes on to the benefits towards us in our lives when it comes to increasing our prana and increasing our energy. So like I mentioned, when it comes to your energy during the day, a lot of the times we sleep is to recharge and is to actually clear the subconscious, clear the 4D, a lot of the emotions. And depending on what you've eaten during the day, your body uses a certain amount of energy, and you eat to an extent for a certain amount of energy, but when you do practices to increase your prana, which we'll be discussing a bit in this video, you start to, it's almost like psychic nutrition. You start to pull on the life force energy, which is ever present, surrounding you, just needs to be tapped into. You tap into that, and you start to need less overall with time to sustain, or if you're depleted already, you start restoring your stores of energy. And this is also why it helps a lot with our health and our youth in general, because if you think about it, we every 7 years, every single cell in our body has been replaced, is new. But why is it that we age? There's something going on wrong nutritionally or energetically that is causing that. So prana also helps in one sense to combat the youthing process, because when we talk about energy, it's before the physical materialization. So in one sense, this intelligent energy knows what it needs to do in your body. Now I'm not saying you're going to go breatharian overnight. There's people who claim to be breatharian. I don't know where science is with that yet, but obviously we've known in the past, especially when you go to India, there's probably many different yogis, or even in Tibet, that have accounts of not needing, or for at least for a long amount of time not needing to sustain themselves through food and drink. But I ain't a doctor, I ain't making any health claims. That's just an open book, open possibility. Now it also helps with our manifestations, because essentially a manifestation is however we're able to maintain our vibration is like what we're manifesting essentially. And a lot of the times our vibration drops when we're tired, And so with these life force energy practices, it's like you're becoming a stronger magnet for what you want, and you're even able to sustain higher vibrations, because a lot of the time again, it comes back to not so much that we need to reach a higher vibration, but there's things that pull us down that need to be processed, that take up energy. You know, you go into a public place, you got a person smoking over there, you got people complaining over there, you might be lucky to have a nice little dog just playing around to lighten your mood, but you know, whether we can see it or not, a lot of these things are taking up our energy. This includes our electronics, our devices. And when it comes to healing, that's another big thing that takes a lot of energy. It comes to emotional healing, subconscious deprogramming. It takes energy to heal, to process these emotions. And that brings us to the last benefit, which is it will really help speed up your spiritual awakening, because that has a lot to do with your energy. That's a lot of the reason why you have things like, you know, you need to fix up your diet. That's why you can't necessarily watch TV all day and eat junk and awaken, because all of that is absorbing all the energy that you need to apply to your spiritual awakening. So how can we increase our prana, increase our life force energy? And I've got 4 main ways I'm going to discuss, and actually even a bonus. And the first one is pretty much the obvious because it's in the name, is pranayama. So prana, we discuss, is life force energy, sustaining energy. Yama, I've had different definitions to it. You know, yama means to control or to expand. So in this scenario, you could say pranayama means to control or expand your life force energy. I've heard yama being referred to death, so pranayama as the word meaning life over death. But in general, you could just see it as breathing practices, and you know, oxygenating yourself is obviously one of the main ways to increase your energy. So again, I'm not going to be discussing these in specific details, but I'll be linking below videos that have the details of these practices. So pranayama, so the main ones, you know, you got your alternative nostril breath, breathing in through your left, out your right, breathing up your right, then back out your left. Bhastrika is another great one that really energizes me and has energized me. And you got Kapala or Kapalabhati, which just means like clearing or like shining skull, which means you clearing your mind with this, and obviously increasing your energy. That's quite a fiery breath. And yeah, I'll link that. So pranayama, breathing practices, even simple deep breathing. If like for the rest of this video you just breathe in your nose, out your mouth, and just continue this for the rest of the video, you'll notice that, you know, you'll have a lot more energy. So pranayama, number 1. The second is golden life force energy meditation, and again, I'll send you a link to that. And this is an amazing meditation that comes from the New Humanity Life Academy. And essentially, it's you're holding a mudra at your solar plexus, which is your left hand, over your right hand like this, over your solar plexus, which essentially is that battery center for you, is your solar plexus. And prana itself has like a golden light or appearance to it, and your solar plexus is that yellow golden center. So again, I'll be sending a video to explain this, but holding this mudra, holding it in front of your solar plexus, you can just visualize breathing in golden energy, storing it in your solar plexus, holding, you know, your breath for a little while, and then breathing out. And as you breathe out, visualizing a white light just coming down and cleansing your body. This is another really effective way. I pretty much start all my meditations off with this. Just 10 minutes can really recharge you for the day. And this, along with the other ones I discuss, these practices, they take a bit of time for you to really reap the benefits of them. And that's because for this whole time we've not learned how to access prana, life force energy. It's something we gotta learn nutritionally almost. It's like your body needs to become attuned to this lighter form of energy that we haven't utilized in a while. And it's the same thing when you go to, for example, you clean up your diet, or you might decide you want to go plant-based for some time. You can't just jump into it because there's a certain period where your body needs to adjust. So make sure you take your time also, just practicing these regularly. Now the next one is Tai Chi Gung, and I didn't mispronounce that. There's usually you have Tai Chi or Chi Gung. This is actually called Tai Chi Gung, and this itself is a 3,000-year-old practice. The founder of it was actually the famous Lao Tzu, and this is actually something that's only been taught from teacher to student, like orally, directly, until the last, I would say, decade, where it's become online. So this is a 3,000-year-old practice that only recently has become publicly available, and this has been absolutely phenomenal. Another thing I do daily, this one was really the one where I started to notice my the decrease in me needing to sleep as much or even eat as much. And this really is a great one to try out. And the main 4 exercises, which is pretty much all you need, plus the warm-up, is out there for free. So again, I'll put a link down to where you could do this. And I like this one especially because it's movement based. So a lot of the times we spend sitting down anyways, and we do a lot of exercise that is, for example, going to the gym or something that is quite exertive and consumes energy. Whereas Tai Chi Gung is quite a very soft way, and you're moving yourself, you're moving your body, you're essentially draining your lymphatic system, and also exercising your tendons, particularly in the lower legs. And the tendons are something that don't really get exercised. There's just something that get worn out with the heavy duty exercises that we normally do. And so Tai Chi Gung is the third great way to increase your life force energy. And the fourth way is something that requires you to invest some life force energy, but the returns are huge, which is subconscious deprogramming. Now I've got other videos discussing a bit of that, but in the context of increasing your life force energy, when it comes to emotional blockages, trauma and things like that, they're very present and they exist within our body. Maybe more so in the physical, or more so in the mental and emotional body. But they also have a physical correspondence in the sense that there's a certain nervous system blockage or nervous system blind spot that occurs with trauma in particular. And so through subconscious deprogramming and emotional healing, what happens is you clear these blockages, and once they're gone, they automatically get replaced with light, with prana. And really what's happening is the prana is, we've got 72,000 nadis, which are energy channels, and the prana really gets stuck in those spots and maybe has to reroute. And so when you clear yourself subconsciously, emotional healing, trauma healing, you clear your energy channels so they can run more efficiently. And essentially one of the biggest reasons we need to sleep so much is to clear the subconscious, to clear the 4D body, or the 4D. And pretty much everything I discussed in terms of techniques to increase your life force energy also attribute to clearing your emotions and 4D to a degree. However, when it comes to subconscious deprogramming, you're really going to the root and pulling out things from the root, whereas the others are kind of a top-down approach more so. And so you know, one of this I mean, I remember when I was in university, someone telling me that the physical body only needs like 4 hours sleep. And but the thing is, like, when you do 4 hours sleep, more so, rather than the physical body being a hindrance, it's your brain, it's your mentality, it's your mental health that really just makes you struggle. That is the struggle when you are sleep deprived. And just an interesting fact, which is so with this Tai Chi Gung that I mentioned before, so this comes from a lamasery in Tibet, and this lamasery has lamas, has master lamas, and there's one Maha Lama, which is like, you could say, the master lama, or the master lama. And this person is apparently you know, sounds crazy, but sleeps every 7 days, and that too 4 hours of sleep every 7 days. Now again, I feel like I don't want to like just set this unrealistic expectation, because I think we underestimate how much work has gone into someone to reach that level of progress then we give credit to. So not saying that, hey, you're gonna not need to sleep for days, but definitely you can have more vitality during your day. And the bonus I wanted to leave you with is your diet. So prana is a more subtle form of nutrition, you could say. And so what can happen is, when with our diet, that we slowly start eliminating heavier foods and replacing them with lighter foods, and emphasizing the point of, you know, slowly, because it takes time to adjust. Now, nutrition and diet in itself is a complex subject, and I always say listen to your body. When it comes to logically going through diet, there's like a argument and a counter argument for every argument of to what's the healthiest, what isn't. I still feel the spiritual aspect of nutrition is little understood, and being that as a collective we're moving to more a energy based or high vibration or 4D world reality, we're slowly gonna start to realize that we can function a lot more off of energy. And even one of my holistic health teachers, Dr. Inky, has discovered something is called the Inky cycle, which is, he's found the physical correspondence on how we can utilize energy and prana in the body. And so he's discovered that melanin, which pretty much everyone has, you know, we've got melanin, which is eumelanin, which is for brown and black people. You've got pheomelanin, which is for, you know, the lighter skinned people, and there's a melanin recessive people also. But our mitochondria are surrounded with melanin, and there's another energy pathway in the body, in the cells, where these melanocytes, or melanin you could just say, just for simplicity, are able to absorb light, sound, and convert that into electricity, into energy for the body. And in fact, these melanocytes actually feed the mitochondria. And again, actually I'll leave a link to that article also, where he discusses that. But essentially that also suggests that we don't really need as much food as we think, and we can start accessing these lighter forms of energy. And there's no coincidence that he's discovered this now, being that we're moving into the age of, you know, movement, energy, and communication, as the Tai Chi Gung instructor says. So that's it for this video. If you found this information useful, and you know others can benefit, make sure you share this with others. And also let me know if you've tried any other prana, life force energy type practices. Obviously I've discussed 4. Usually the life force energy practices are a variation of these 4, but hey, who knows what else is there. So make sure you let me know what you might do, or what you think you resonate with most of what's been discussed. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Wishing you a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.